Good morning, and welcome to this news briefing from the 250th American Chemical Society National Meeting and Exposition in Boston. I'm Doug Dollimore, and I'm joined this morning by VVN Phani, Babu, Tiruveedhula, who will be discussing his work with some new compounds that could one day help treat alcoholism. So, Mr.
Thank you very much.
Tiruveedhula.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, nowadays, like alcoholic addiction and dependence remain significant public health concern and impacting human life in several ways. And this leads to the third preventable cause of death in United States. My group has been involved in the synthesis of subtype selective ligands for GABA-A receptor under supervision of Dr. Cook at University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and Milwaukee Institute for Drug Discovery. It is very exciting. We found new way to treat alcoholism rather than traditional way. The drugs in the market, naltrexone, disulfiram, and acamprosate itself has its own drawbacks, causing from the depression, addiction, and anhedonia to severe side effects. We found beta-carbolines, 3-propoxy beta-carboline hydrochloride salt, and 3-isopropoxy beta-carboline hydrochloride salt, and BCCT, which are alpha-1 preferring ligands, and also these are bindly tied to the alpha-1 site of GABA-A and inhibitory chloride ion channel. In that way sense, these are agonists at alpha-1, beta-3, gamma-2 subtype. And these beta-carbolines are orally active, and we test these in alcohol preferring rats and high alcohol drinking rats by our collaborator at Harvard Medical University, Professor Dr. Harrijun and Dr. Marjorie. And also we develop a rat model for see the binge drinking, because nowadays excessive drinking is also one of the major problem. In these rat models also we observed these new ligand 3-isopropoxy beta-carboline hydrochloride, decreasing the self-administration of the alcohol. At the same time, we didn't observe any sucrose responding, means no side effects. And also, furthermore, we are going to for studies in the primate for testing this alcohol self-administration. And we have a collaborator in Johns Hopkins University, the professor Dr. Elise Weeds. She usually perform primates and see the behavioral activities in the primate models. And now we can come up with a new synthetic route, say 2-step palladium catalyzed region-specific route to eliminating the long synthesis and lower yields. Using this protocol, we can supply the compounds for the in vivo studies easily in a multi-gram quantity levels. You can see the last slide, maybe. The last slide. You can go. Yeah, yeah. This is the one we found.
Speak into the microphone, please.
This is the new synthetic route, and maybe if you go the before slide. These are the rat models in maternally deprived rats. Yep.
Are there any questions from anyone out there? Kath?
It's Kath O'Driscoll from Chemistry and Industry magazine. How long-lasting would these pills be if they're taken as a pill? And presumably they'd be prescribed by a doctor, would they, for alcoholism?
Yeah, we are not at that stage. We are still performing the...
If you got to that stage, assuming you got to that stage, how do you envisage they might be taken?
Yeah, we are trying, like, because these are orally active, it going to be pill.
It won't be a pill?
It will be pill.
Oh, it will. Would you imagine that it would be a sort of a once, I mean, you just take the pill once, or would you take it over a period of time?
I don't think so. I think we can, like every disease, we need to take like a certain amount of time, like a period. We are also thinking maybe it may take certain amount of time.
You don't know how long, roughly?
We are not at that stage.
Also, just what sort of cost do you imagine these pills would be? Would they be comparable cost to the current anti-addiction drugs?
Yeah, and also we are thinking we will supply in cheap quantities, because we don't need like a lot of steps to go to make these compounds, because it is just 2 steps. We are hoping maybe it's cheaper than current drugs.
I mean, if all goes well, when could these things be on the marketplace if everything went smoothly with the research?
Maybe 5 to 6 years.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ben?
Thank you. Ben Valser, Chemistry World magazine. I'm wondering what the mechanism of action is. Do we know how this drug prevents cravings for alcohol?
It's like a hard, impossible to tell like right now. But it is possible that 3-isopropoxy beta-carboline hydrochloride stabilizes the GABA chloride ion channel in antagonist conformation, so that the ethanol binds to the receptor site. There is no increase in the dopamine level in the nucleus accumbens. Then there is no need to drink more alcohol. It will decrease the desire as well.
And so by being specific to alcohol reward, that's how you get around the problems with anhedonia and depression and so on, because you still get a reward for non-alcohol based stimuli, and what you are doing is dampening down the reward specifically for alcohol based stimuli. Have I got that right?
Yeah, because it does not increase the dopamine levels in the nucleus accumbens. Present drugs are they are targeting on the dopamine levels. If you decrease the dopamine levels, then it causes like a anhedonia. That means like you don't feel no more joy. Like life is like miserable. You feel like that. Those are the kind of, you can say, withdrawal syndromes. But we are not targeting the dopamine levels. We are stabilizing the GABA receptor by targeting the alpha-1 receptor site and stabilizing that antagonist. And then there is no increase in the dopamine level. Then it means you are not feeling any anhedonia.
And do we know how well the drugs are processed by the body? How long does it stay in the system for? How is it metabolized, and what is it broken down into?
Yeah, that's a good question. We are going to study see the in vitro studies for cytochrome P450 with microsomal stability studies and rat and dog as well. We are not at that stage now. We are like designing that those studies.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I believe we have an online question.
So Sophia Kai from ACS News Service asks, what indications are there that these new compounds would be less addictive than current medications? So how do you know that these are less addictive than the current therapies?
Yeah, because current therapies they are like targeting like opioid receptor. There's are opioid antagonist. These once like this attacking, and you are seeing so many withdrawal symptoms, as well as this becomes more addictive. But my drugs like beta carbolines is not attacking any opioid receptors. It's like it just stabilizing the alpha-1 receptor site in a antagonist conformation.
I see that you have a molecular model there. I'm just wondering if you could, if it's possible for you to show us what area of the molecule this compound attacks, or what that molecule actually is.
Yeah, this is the new ligand, 3-iso-PBC. I didn't put any HCl. If you make HCl, we can. This blue balls indicates the nitrogens. Red one is oxygen. If you see, can you go to the last slide? If you see the structure on the crystal structure on the box, you can find out there is a red one, and this is the one. And you can see this is CH and CH3s, and the blue ones are nitrogens. And we develop a pharmacophore model. We indirectly, like, we test all areas of the molecule, introducing several groups from halogen to alkyl and CF3 groups and aromatic groups, and see which areas is affecting and more effective and better selectivity. And we found this position 3 area more sensible, and as well as the position 6. And when we changing the position 3 area to like bigger groups, that's decreasing the effectiveness. Other than like if you changing any other positions, it will decrease the activity as well as the selectivity of the compound.
Kath?
The release mentions that in rats bred to crave alcohol, that they showed drastically diminished drinking activity. Mm-hmm. Can you put a figure on that at all? Is there sort of a percentage reduction?
No. These are the responding for the alcohol. The rats are they train for the alcohol for a couple of days. Once the liver press, they will give the alcohol. In that way, they are trying the rats to get the alcohol. Once we give the compound, it's diminish the responding nature of the rat. It's not like going and pressing the liver for alcohol.
All right, so it's a gradual process.
Yeah.
And what about, have you got any results yet from primates, the primate studies that you mentioned?
Yeah, we already did, but these are preliminary results. I cannot like confirm on that. We saw the same results in primate models as well.
Okay, thanks.
Are there any other questions? Well, Mr. Tiruveedhula, I want to thank you for being here this morning. The archived version of this session will soon be posted at bit.ly/ACS Live Boston. Please join us for our next press conference today at 11:30 a.m. on finally giving grocery customers what they really want: tastier tomatoes. Thanks.
Thank you.